All right, all right, all right. Welcome, everybody. Excited to have you on today. We're going to be talking about a phenomenal project that I was introduced to when I went out to Dubai. I am excited to share with you guys Infinity Quantum Mining. Guys, it is absolutely a phenomenal opportunity. Before I get started, I just want to make sure you know that this is a private session today. Today's session is not intended for financial nor tax advice. The purpose of this session today is this is a private session. The only way you got here today is that somebody invited you to this session. This is intended for educational purposes only. Again, we're not giving you any financial or tax advice. We're just going to share a project that we stumbled across when we were in Dubai and had an opportunity to meet some really phenomenal individuals. Should you decide to move forward with this or any other solution that you may hear, please make sure that you consult your own tax professionals and do your own due diligence. But today we're going to be talking about the evolution of a platform. Many of you who have been with me, know that I've been teaching and training how we evolve from 1.0 to 2.0. Now we're going into Web 3.0. And what's really awesome about moving into Web 3.0 in a decentralized environment is that you have total control over, what you want to do. You're not being any interference with any type of centralized figures that would, kind of tell you what you can and cannot do. You can operate in an autonomous way. You have the power to make your own decisions. So therefore, that's one of the reasons that we like DeFi projects, and we're really excited about being in a decentralized environment in this particular platform. Now, we're going to be talking about how Infinity Pi fits in with the Web 3.0. This is where they're moving, guys, to have the decentralized apps, NFTs, DeFi, financial products, and gaming. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and mute out so that we can continue moving forward. We're going to be talking about, and you guys that have been with me know that we've been training and teaching about the differences between a decentralized and a centralized exchange, right? Centralized exchanges, such as Coinbase, Crypto.com, CoinZoom, those platforms are controlled by the system, is controlled by the platform. All your transactions are controlled on that platform. Withdrawals are controlled on that particular platform. And sometimes when we get into projects, not just the decentralized exchanges, but I'm talking about projects that are centralized projects, and many times what happens, all of our funds are sent to a platform. Those funds are all controlled inside of that platform. And then, there's transactions, everything, all the platform has total control over everything. You have to ask for a withdrawal. You have to wait till somebody approves it. And then pretty soon what happens, a maintenance page pops up and boom, they're out of, they're out of business, so to speak, right? We've seen that happen, more times than we want. Whereas if we're operating in a truly decentralized environment, 100% of our deposits will go into a decentralized environment, such as Pancake Swap. And we're going to talk about Pancake, and when it comes to Infinity Pi, and you have the authority to certify and decertify whatever you want. The trading is bound to the contract, and it cannot be changed or manipulated or tampered with. 100% of the withdrawals are tied in on Pancake Swap, which means that it's immediate. You don't have to go asking somebody for it. It's immediately there. Whenever you go to Pancake, the liquidity is there, and you're going to see what we mean by that with this particular one. So those are the differences, some of the differences between centralized and decentralized. And there's multiple platforms that are decentralized: Uniswap, Pancake Swap, MetaMask, Trust Wallet. Those are decentralized environments, right? So we've talked a lot about some of the advantages of being on a decentralized exchange. And so you guys have been with me over time. You understand that. And we're trying to move everybody to decentralized platforms as much as possible, that you're not relying on third-party management to make anything. And you have full autonomy on your transactions, meaning nobody has any no one knows if you're needing to buy tires for your car. You don't have to worry about somebody else knowing that. You just go in and get the money that you need to take care of the business that you need to take care of, and is done anonymously, right? And that's what's awesome about it. And so that's why we love, a couple of reasons why we love decentralized platforms. And so we're going to be talking about Infinity Pi today and how it is a decentralized environment, and how this whole thing, and the other reason that people like decentralized is that it's totally transparent. And so in this particular system that we're going to be talking about today, it'll start out with you having a decentralized wallet. Let's say that wallet is Token Pocket, MetaMask, Trust Wallet. I really prefer, or SafePal. I would say Token Pocket. Let's say you started out with Token Pocket. You put some funds in your Token Pocket wallet and you tied it to the smart contract. That smart contract goes out and ties it into PancakeSwap, where you would buy something called a quantum mining machine. That quantum mining machine would mine you tokens. When you get those tokens, you can go ahead and exchange those tokens again on PancakeSwap, because 100% of liquidity is there, and it'll go right back into your decentralized wallet. And you can do the process over and over and over again as you mine these tokens called Infinity Pi tokens. Okay, so that's what's exciting about this. And it is 100% circulation, and it has full security and transparency. And so that's the system right there, guys. And it's really, really awesome. So, and what I want to tell you about this contract, I know many of you have been in platforms and people say, oh, it's run by a smart contract, but there are some differences. And what I learned when I was in Dubai is how to go out and actually analyze the different projects. And one of the tools that they use to analyze it is this third-party site called Ave.Ai. And that Ave.Ai, ladies and gentlemen, is a decentralized on-chain platform that actually goes out and analyzes data from more than 25 different blockchains. Okay, and it provides the users with some real-time sophisticated reports that are going to tell you if an environment is safe, more accurate, more professional. It's going to tell you if there's some leaks, if there's some back doors where you can, what everybody's fear of when they're in a project is, can the owners of that smart contract or the creators of the smart contract run away with the money and what we call rug pull, right? Pull the rug from underneath you. Can they do that, or can they make changes? Well, what's great about what you're going to see from this particular project is that based on the data that was put together, and again, Avi is a third-party independent source out of Singapore. It's almost like getting a full security audit. And what I love about it is it's going to tell you some really important things that you guys are going to love about this project. And one of those things is the risk of security. Okay. And you can go on and I'm going to show you, I'm going to give you the link. You can go on and look at this yourself, poke all the holes that you want. The risk is way down to 20%, which is one of the lowest, is the lowest that you can actually get. There are no blacklists. This particular contract has not been blacklisted anywhere. The thing that I love most about it is number 5, the owner cannot manipulate the price. And I love this, the slippage rate cannot be modified. And the best thing about it is the admin privileges have been abandoned. They cannot retrieve the admin privileges to go back and change anything and do what we call a rug pull, right? They can't go back in. And what's cool about this, and I'm going to share with you guys because I'm going to go live there and you'll see it, that it also lets you know that a few other good things that you want to write in your notes. 100% of the liquidity is locked, meaning once it goes in there, it is only in there to serve the purpose of us being able to turn our tokens into USDT and to cash the money out. So 100% is locked. 100% of the liquidity is locked. They can't go and take any out. And it is locked for 10 years, meaning this contract will be running for a minimum of 10 years with no interruption, with no changes. And you guys are going to know why that is so important as I share with you how this actually works. In Infinity Pi, you're going to purchase quantum mining package. Those quantum mining packages are either 500 USDT, 1,000 USDT, 2,000 USDT, or 5,000 USDT. You are going to get what is called static income daily, 0.7% if you're on a 500 pack, and it's going to run until you get 3.6 times. So in other words, until you get 3.6 times what your miner package is. So 500 is going to pay you 1,800 over time. 0.7% per day is what it's going to mine for you consistently over time. Okay. And then it's going to give a $1,000 package is going to go to 0.8% a day. And it's going to mine again until you get 3.6 times. All the way down to a $5,000 mining package goes 1%, which is gives you 1% a day until you get 3.6 times. So until you get 18,000. So you put in 5,000, go out and you'll start mining. You buy a miner and it'll mine tokens for you and pay you at a rate of 1% a day. Now, this is static and dynamic in the coins of rewards, meaning if the token, because you're going to get paid in Infinity Pi tokens, if the token is worth $1, then you're going to get $1 worth. But if it's worth 50 cents, you're going to that day get more tokens, right? Because it's worth less. So just understand that as the token price goes up, and I'm going to show you guys why that's important and why it's so exciting, because you have an opportunity to look at this right now. This is what is going to be open to the public here on the 21st. Here's another great thing to write in your notes. No one has any tokens. No tokens have been mined. For those of you who have gotten into projects at the beginning, when people say, oh, you're at the beginning, but our owner has 100 million tokens, or this person, the developers has this many tokens. No one has any tokens. So you're going to be on a level playing field with everyone else starting on the 21st if you buy your miner now. Okay. There are some referral bonuses for those of us who like the fact that if we share something with others, we do get paid for sharing good news with others. If you share it with one person, that'll be considered your first generation. You're going to get 10% of every time they get paid. Okay. So if you refer somebody, for instance, you refer a person who purchased a $5,000 quantum miner, they're going to receive $50 or 50 units of the token every day. Well, because they're receiving 50 and you get 10%, you are going to be getting 5 units, okay? 50 units times 10%, 5 units every single day, just because you shared the good news with others. And if they go out and share it with someone, you probably may not even know this person who they shared it with. You're going to get 4% of that person as long as you have at least shared it with 2 people, okay? And so on and so forth. So it's really super exciting. The token price started at 0.01. It is already over 33 cents. I'll show you that live here in just a second. You also, if you like to build a community, not just share it with one person, but you like building a community, we do have team rewards, and you can get different ranks anywhere from V1 all the way to V6 and get additional bonuses, overrides of your team. Some of you probably may not be into that, but for those that are builders, you do want to know that you do have the opportunity to make additional 5 to 50% on the team volume. So it's really exciting. And I'm going to give you some examples of real life money here in a second. But what I just want you to understand that this process is so phenomenal. And yes, they do have a burning mechanism already baked into this. So it is deflationary. So over time, it's going to be harder and harder to get the tokens, and there's going to be less and less supply. So I just need you to know that. Speaking of the burning mechanism, here it is. 5% of tokens are burned as slippage. So when all of this is gaming. The people who invented this is called from gaming language. So they say when a player sells, for instance, 1,000 tokens, 50 tokens will be burnt. 1,000 times 5%, that means 50 tokens will be burnt. If the trading volume reaches 1 million, there will be 50,000 tokens burnt. So 50,000 tokens times 100 days means 5 million tokens will be burned. So remember, that is, it's just like, it's very, very similar to how they have Bitcoin, where there's only a limited supply of Bitcoin. The only thing about that is they don't have things coming naturally out of the supply, where this is already forced into the smart contract. So that's exciting for those that have these tokens and hold on to some of them as the price starts to elevate. And I'm going to show you that. In total, there's only 70 million which will ever be issued. Again, it started at a price of 0.001. They've already allocated 50 million to go into the pancake swap pool. 10 million will go to something called the DAO partners. And you're on this call today because someone shared with you that there's an excellent opportunity for you to be a part of those partners. And they already have 10 million allocated to that. And then 1 million, 1 million, 1 million. And these will not come out to the tech team, the operation, none of that. That comes out very small, 2.5% over over 30 or 40 months. So it's not like they're gonna get, oh, I got 1 million tokens and they can slam it in anybody's head. I need you to understand that. Really, really important. And that was another thing that was super exciting to me, that no one has any tokens. The only way you can get tokens too, please put this in your notes, is that they are mined. You cannot go on to any exchange and just buy tokens and then splash them in the market. So Elon Musk can't say, hey, I got $100 million I want to put into that. Let me just buy up all these tokens. No, he has to buy a miner just like you and mine tokens at a rate of 0.7 to 1% every day. So that is really super, super exciting, that no big whale can come in here and really tear down what we're building with this. They had some projections. They're way ahead of the projections right now. And so I'm not going to even go into reading this, but I will just tell you, they thought that the price would not get to $1 per unit until the second quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, they're already at 0.33 cents. And that is already, and we haven't even went to the public launching yet. The public launching again starts on the 21st. So you are hearing this right now, where you can take advantage and be a part of a very exciting opportunity to be a part of the DAO partnership 1.0. Is available right now. And I want to say till October 20th, because it's really on Singapore time. And I would hate for anyone that is not adjusted to Singapore time to come in on the 21st and it's gone. So just say to the 20th, ladies and gentlemen, and this is what I mean by that. Should you decide to get started, you don't have to understand everything, but you know that it just makes sense. You're going to pick a package from $10 or 10 USDT all the way to 5,000 USDT, 10 USDT. There are really only 20,000 of those packs available. What it does is it sets aside and allocates 200 units of the tokens aside that you'll be able to do to unlock those in 2.0 after we go to the public launching. So every $10 will set aside 200 units that you could eventually unlock. And that's really going to be powerful. If you think about it, if the price went up to, let's say $10 and you had 200 units, this would be worth $2,000 and you just set aside 10 USDT. Right, to 2,000 USDT. That's really amazing. You also get an opportunity to get 15% when you actually sell a package right now in 1.0, or this is the DAO partnership launch. If you sell a package, you can still get commission based on the package at 15%. And that's across the board for all package levels. Now, the rest of this stuff does not apply to the 10 USDT package. You want to make sure that you get yourself to at least a 5 USD package. There was only 3,000 of those available. They'll set aside 500 units of the token for you that you can open up in 2.0. You will still get the 15%, but check this out. You've already pre-purchased a miner, and it'll start mining for you right away on the 21st, it'll start mining for you at a rate of 1%. You're going to be locked into 1% across the board, no matter which one of these miners you pre-purchase, ladies and gentlemen, until you go 3.6 times whatever your package is. So that's a real great value. The other thing is that you will also be grandfathered in at the team ranking. The team ranking, you'll be grandfathered in at the team ranking if you pre-purchase a package from 500, 2,000, or 1,000. If you do a 500, you're going to be grandfathered in at a V1 level. And it also gives you, this is probably one of the most important benefits, it gives you 1 share or 1 count in the global withdrawal dividend pool. So let me explain this. Every time someone, no matter where in the world, takes a withdrawal, they're going to put 2.5% into a pot that's going to be split between anyone that is in the Dow right now who purchases a $500, $2,000, or $5,000 package. You're going to get a share here. And if you buy 2,000, you're going to get 2 shares. And if you buy 5,000, you're going to get 3 shares in this global pool. Just imagine every single day, all over the world, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, people can be doing withdrawals. You don't even know anything about it, but you can get a piece of that action. How many guys understand how exchanges make their money? Exchanges make money on fees, right? You have an opportunity to almost be like an exchange. You get a piece of the withdrawals, right? So every time somebody puts in a withdrawal request, you will get a little tiny piece if you buy one of these packages. The $2,000 package, only 1,000 of those are available. 2,500 units set aside for you that you can unleash in the public phase of this. It'll grandfather you into the V2, and I'm going to explain what that means. You'll also be able to get an additional 5% level overriding on your organization or people that you personally bring in, which is additional money from that, what that person does. So same thing with the 5,000. This is the top package, only 400. When last time I looked, they had already sold 260 something of them. So literally less than 130 so of these available worldwide until the launch. That does grandfather you into V3 status, and you get 3 counts in the global pool plus a 10% override. So that's really super, super exciting. How you can unlock some of those tokens once we go to this phase is that you can do 20%. If you bring, they're setting these aside for you, helping to bring to help to grow the community, right? We're in a community phase. Right now we're in the DAO partnership phase, but phase 2 is going to be the community building phase. So if you're able to help them with that, you will get rewarded with these tokens. Again, imagine if this token, if you have 5,000 units set aside and you get those unlocked and the token goes up to $10, ladies and gentlemen, that's $50,000. What if it goes up to $100? That's $500,000. So it's very, very exciting. And this is your opportunity to be a part of it. Again, to be a part of the DAO partnership. DAO stands for Decentralized Autonomous Organization. So that is your opportunity. If you ever wanted to be at the beginning of something, you wanted to be the founder of something, this is your opportunity to do that. Please get back to the person that invited you, get one of these packages. Again, we already went over that there are referral bonuses that you can qualify for and team bonuses as well when you get to these levels. This is how it's going to be when we open up in the community phase in the 2.0. This is how hard it's going to be to get to some of these levels. Again, right now, let's say I want to get to V3 so I can get that 20% extra override of my entire community. Well, guys, if you wait to get started in the community phase, you're going to need to get 2 V2s who need to get 2 V1s who each need to have 20,000. So you're going to need to have probably about 100,000 in volume to get to V3 from your whole organization. Where right now, if you want to get grandfathered into V3, all you need to do is to buy a $5,000 mining package. And remember that mining package is going to mine for you every day. 1% you're going to be getting, you're going to be earning every day from that. So super, super excited about this project. Again, it is an absolute no-brainer. And we have various different strategies on how you can structure yourself. And I'm not going to get into all of those today because that is going to be more advanced strategies. We'll get into some of those now, but just know there's different ways that you can structure, even using the $10 package to get, get to where you want to go. Let's say, for instance, you do want to get to V3. You can either pay $5,000 and buy a 5,000 miner, or you can use this structure where you put in three $10 and then four $500 packages. And that total investment is here you can see down here 2030, and then you're going to get some of the instant money back, the sponsorship bonuses back. So you're talking about net of about 1727, and you're going to be earning about $26 a day. And so it's going to take about 65 days to break even with that scenario. So that's really super exciting. And then remember, each of these will go until day 3 times, these $500 ones. Now, the $10 ones do not mine anything in the community phase until you've upgraded them to a $500 mining package, right? These aren't miners, these are position holders that, you want to put them in now because they lock in that 200, but you also want to go and get, in phase 2, you want to get a mining package, right? So that it can mine for you every day. And that's how you can set up a V4 structure. Again, you can come to some of our later trainings. I'll actually go into more depth on this on the 7 o'clock call tonight. This is V5, be 18,000 out of pocket. And you're talking about over $284 a day, and so on and so forth. Only 54 days to break even with that. Okay. So I just want to give you guys some scenarios of what type of funds. Again, this is not any guarantees. This is no promise. This isn't trying to do anything but to explain to you how the money could work. Let's say you said, okay, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get started. You get started and you do a $500 package or a V1, and you start to build a organization, and your team volume is about 50,000. You get 50,000 and they're mining every day at 0.7%. We're going to go with the lowest. We want to under promise and over deliver for you. So your whole team is getting about 350 of, and it's not dollars, guys. Again, it is going to be paid in Pi tokens. So let's say the Pi tokens, 350, your override at that point is 10%. That means that you're going to be making about $35 extra a day. And even if the token does no appreciation, $35 a day times 30 days, that's about $900, almost $1,000 a month. Really good for not really, having done much, but just probably shared it with a few people, And that, now let's say that you start moving along, and over time, your organization starts to grow. And let's say you get to V3, and your organization has about $500,000 in volume, which is not really a lot of people when you think about what we're talking here about, really helping people to, get these mining machines that's going to make and mine 0.7% a day. That's 3,500. At this point, you're getting about 15% on average, because there's going to be some what we call deltas, because you're going to have some people that are V2 and you get the difference. So let's be conservative again and say 15%. That's going to get you $525 a day. Let's say the coin doesn't appreciate anymore. How many guys can use an extra $500 every single day? Yes, guys, that's what we're talking about. That's over 15,000 for the month. And if the coin just appreciates just a little bit, 50%, you're holding on to those coins, that's $788 per day. Not bad at all. I don't know about you, but extra $800 a day could help some things here in this household. I will let you know that. And I'm not going to even go into some of these bigger numbers, because I think that sometimes when we start sharing bigger numbers, people are like, oh, you're trying to entice me. I'm not trying to entice you, but just know we have personally built organizations of well over 6 and 7, 8 million, in volume. And so this is not uncommon, where a person can build a organization of 5 million and you're getting 0.7. And remember, you're really going to, sometimes people are going to be getting 1%. Some people are going to be getting 8.8%, 0.9%. But again, we want to be ultra conservative and go all the way down to 0.7%. That's 35,000. And let's say just 20%, that's over $7,000 a day. Ladies and gentlemen, you do the math. 30 days in a month times 7,000. Yes, we're talking well into 200,000 per month. And what did you do? You just help over time your organization to grow to over 5 million. And if there's any appreciation of the token, we're talking about some big numbers. Again, we're not here to entice you. We're just showing you how the numbers work. The numbers are the numbers, and we're happy to discuss that and discuss a strategy with you. See, when you help others, you're going to help yourself with this infinity pie. So there is a $10 strategy. I'm not going to get into it again. We'll go into strategies probably after the 7 o'clock call tonight. My job here is just to share with you what the projections are and where we see this thing going. It is really super exciting. Again, they were projecting that this we are already here way beyond what they thought this was going to be at this time. It's over 33 cents. I'm going to take you live here in a second and you'll see. But as the community phase opens up on the 21st, 100% of any mining package, that USDT is going straight into PancakeSwap, which is exactly locked for 10 years. And as that number of USDT goes up, so does the price. So when we get to, and I think they have over 1 million already, 800,000, I'm sorry, over 800,000, close to 1 million. That's why we're about 30 cents. When they get to 1.6 million, it's going to hit $1. If we're already at 900, to get to 1.6 is not really, they were only thinking it was going to get to 50 cents by the end of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, we could be at 50 cents here by the end of the week at the rate of what's going on. Can you see the growth and what we're talking about? All you have to do is position yourself in front of this train that is moving and moving. This is an analysis of from V1 to V5, different strategies. Again, we can talk about that on the later call. Again, this is only 70 million units ever put out there. These are the different wallets. I had a gentleman of mine that really likes to go into smart contract. Like, it was 8 wallets. And I said, well, here they are. We already know what they are. They already have them set up. Everything is transparent in this. And again, if you get in right now, the Dow partnership level, you get a piece of that 2.5%. So everything is very out there. These are some of the reasons that we love this. And let me go live to, want to go out here live to Ave.Ai so you guys can see that what I'm saying is absolutely true. All right. Hold on a second. Welcome, everybody. Excited to have you on. All right. We're going to go ahead and go out here to Avi. Let me see if I'm sharing some kind of way. Our Facebook came on. Our YouTube came on there. Give me 1 second, not sharing. Thank you for letting me know that. Here we go. Ave.Ai. I'm going to put this link in the chat for you guys to take a look at it. Oh my goodness, this was actually at 33 cents or 34 cents. It is now at 38 cents. This is a refresh right now. 38 cents. You guys can see that the LP, which is liquidity, is 100% locked here already. You can also go in here and see where it says information, and go to information, and you can see that 20% that I told you, that little check that they did here. And then you can click on here and it pops up and it shows you some of those things. Let's make sure it does it here. Maybe because I'm got you on here. But if you come in here, guys, and you click in here, it will pop up. And especially if you're on a phone, it comes up and it tells you all the things that I'm sharing with you and more is here. Tells you the supply, that 70 million I told you. Yesterday, this popped up for you so you can see that it's locked for those 10 years. Already verified and shows up here. For some reason, it's not popping up while I'm doing this, of course, live. But you can come in here and play around and you can get that information. I loved it because you can absolutely get the contract address. I'll put that in the chat here as well. But everything that I was sharing with you, you can go ahead in here and verify that. So that's what I love about it. So let me put this in the chat. And I am going to go ahead now and open up for some questions. I do want to end with this. One of my friends, he did a call yesterday, and he actually jumped on my call as well yesterday. A gentleman that I had the pleasure to spend some time with in Dubai. And he said this, I'm going to just share it with you. I don't have to. He said this at the end of his call that really made a lot of sense to me. And I'm going to just share it with you guys rather than put it up on the screen. And I took a snapshot, and it made a lot of sense to me. What if there was an ecosystem or smart contract that had 100% liquidity that was locked, and you knew that when you bought the token, that you could actually make 365% of your original purchase price back by mining? What if it was verified that the admin keys had been burnt? There's no opportunity for any type of rug pull. What if you knew that there was only 70 million tokens and that token was deflationary, meaning less and less of them over time? What if you knew that there was a fair launch with no pre-minted or developer tokens given out? And what if you knew if you can get started with as little as $10? Guys, if you knew all those things were in place, would you take action? That's what you have in your hands right now. I invite you to get back to the person that invited you here today to get all of your questions answered and get started, because this clock is ticking, and it's ticking down very fast. So thank you guys so much for joining us today. I hope this has been helpful and giving you some information about a project that I'm super bullish on at this time. Okay, so with that being said, let me see if I can stop the, we'll stop the recording and stop the live.